I cannot wait to show you this planner. So I ordered an AMPLIFY planner. I got both the vertical and the horizontal to share with you. Now I got these on a deal. They were $5 each. They're from the last quarter, and so they're outdated. But I really just wanted to try it out, to show it to you and share with you my thoughts on this new planner. I've been eyeing it. I love seeing the people in the community using this and the creative things that they're doing. So let me open this up and I will show you how it comes packaged. So I've already taken this one out, but this is how it comes. It will have this cute little "Happiness is a brand new planner. Thank you for your order" sticker on it, and it's nicely bubble wrapped. Every quarter they come out with 4 colors. I picked 2 of them. This is from the January to March quarter, and I ordered this blue one, this like turquoisey color, and then also a mauve color. I'm not exactly sure on the specific names, but they're really pretty. I really, really love them. The current quarter has a bright yellow one, and I was so tempted to buy it, but I'm not sure if this would be something that I'm going to bring into my planning routine, so I didn't want to buy anything full price. But I don't know. This is something that I didn't realize how much I actually would enjoy it, and I might try this out. The coil on this is very similar to an Erin Condren coil. It's really thick, sturdy metal. It is in a silver color, and it is about I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch thick. So it's easy to carry around. Let's go through the specific features of this. Each of these planners is a 3-month quarterly planner, so they are $30 each for a quarter. You're going to be spending, if you decide that this is the planner for you, is that $120? Yeah, $120 a year, which is a hefty price to pay for a planner, but there is a lot in this. Inside of this, you have a monthly, weekly, and daily layouts, and within those daily layouts, you get separate pages for the Sunday and Saturday. So the weekends get their own day. There is like a lot in here. I've never seen a planner quite like this. There's an option for horizontal or vertical in these, and you can choose between, like I said, they usually have like 4 colors, 6 colors, something like that each quarter. These have 12-month special date pages, 3-month goal setting pages, 3-month goal review pages. So you're not only getting daily, weekly, and monthly pages, but you're also getting a goal system in here. They have 10 extra pages at the end that are for notes, and then there is a pocket folder in here. So that's what's included. We'll go through it all, but this is a 7x10 planner. It feels like a school notebook, and it's a little smaller than a school notebook, but that's how it feels to me. It is 1/2 inch width, it says, and it is 1 pound. The coil is metal, and the paper inside of this is a bright white 80-pound paper. I'm not sure on the GSM there, but it feels really thick and nice. So of course I'm on a tab. I'm like, whoa, this feels really thick. The tab pages are like a thick cardstock. They're different than this. This is made in the USA, and the cover material is like a synthetic paper. It feels almost like a rubber or a placemat material. And the tabs here are really big. Because it's quarterly and they just needed 4 tabs, you get these really nice big Mylar tabs they're super thick. And you have the 3 months and then a notes section. So let me zoom you in and we'll go through the different pages and what they offer and why I think they are amazing. So inside of this planner, you have 3 layouts. You have your daily layout, you have a weekly layout, which you can choose from horizontal or vertical, and you have the monthly. When you open that beautiful cover, you come to your name page. I love the pattern on the inside of these. The pattern is the same on both, so I'm assuming that's just like standard. But you have this really nice name page. It says if found, return to. It has the title. This is the vertical layout. Then it goes through kind of walking you through the planner. It is started by Chelsea and Rayanne. I know one of them owns a sticker shop, and she did stickers for the Passion Planner, and they decided that there wasn't a planner on the market that was just what they wanted, and they decided to make their own. So, and it is super unique. I haven't seen anything quite like this. So here's the different monthly, weekly, and daily, and it talks about how you can use the different sections. You have a 2-year at a glance. And then on this side, you have holidays listed. There's both federal and common USA holidays. The lines on the side you can use are for space to do your own thing. So you could do birthdays, you could do like religious holidays for you that you celebrate, anything that you want. You have full freedom there, obviously. This is a special dates page, and this can be used for so many things. You could do birthdays on here. You could do, I've used it when I had a baby. I would use this page to like mark milestones for the first year. You could do future events. So you always have one spot that holds everything at a glance. So, I mean, it's a great resource. This is their goal setting, and I love how simple it is. They have 8 different categories over here. Their categories are business and career, relationships, home environment, personal development, health and fitness, finance, recreation, and spiritual. And they have it numbered 1 to 10 right here. So you give yourself a rating and then write some thoughts on how you can improve that section of your life. And then you make lists based on some of the goals that you would like to accomplish and any important to-do items that you want to complete in the next 3 months. So you can do, this is a goals to focus on and important to-dos. And then over here is your 3-month goal breakdown. So you can take some of these goals to focus on and break them down. You could do 4 goals. That's how much they're recommending in a quarter. But you could also just do 1. I mean, whatever you feel like in that quarter of your life that you need, you can do it here. And one of the reasons I love this idea of setting quarterly goals is life can change dramatically from one quarter to the next. And it can be really discouraging if you set like a big goal and then a life-changing event happens that you weren't ready for, and then your goals just get thrown out the window and you feel like a failure. So it's a really great way to do goal setting, is to set it up into 3 months goal breakdown. I know a lot of goal setting systems have a quarterly check-in where they have you do like a refresh or think about your goals and figure out if they're working for you. So same idea here, and I think that is just brilliant. Next, we come to the month page, and like I said, this is a very thick cardstock, but it's not slick like a Plum Paper. You know how theirs is like a thick cardstock, but you have to use a permanent marker to write on it. This isn't. This is a matte, so you'll be able to use any of your normal pens on it, and then the next page will be your month. So you flip to the month. This has some really interesting and great features. Up here you have like a shaded box that says monthly focus. And this is for a monthly focus or a monthly goal or the month's number 1 task. You have some task boxes up here that you can use for anything. You could probably break down the monthly focus and the tasks that you need to do to reach that goal. Then you have 5 freedom boxes here is what they call it. You probably can't tell, because I can barely tell even looking at it this close, that they are lined. It's gray with white lines in here. So you'll be able to write straight on there. They're called freedom boxes because you can use them for whatever your heart desires. So you could use it for social media schedule, weekly themes. You could do meal planning over here, weekly reminders, a fitness planner, weekly goals. I mean, so many things that you could use over here. Holidays are listed in these planners, and they are out of the way, so they don't take up precious writing space. They don't take up any of the lines, and I really like that. So there aren't too many either. They're not listing like all these random holidays, just major holidays and common holidays we celebrate. There are ghosted lines, if you can tell in here, which is really nice. So you can list events and tasks and reminders and all those things that you want in here and write straight. And I have always wanted a monthly calendar that has lines. I love a lined calendar. This up here is a habit tracker, and you can track your habits, your projects, your mood, your bills, anything over here. It would be so cute as a mood tracker over here. You can write your 4 tasks, break down some of these things into things that you want to do daily. And that is a beautiful, I really, really, really like their monthly planner. This is the weekly spread in the vertical layout. And it's just so simple. It's so pretty and wonderful. I like that there's not like a box down here. So, it seems like a lot of the planners that have aligned vertical have like a boxed section down here. And I like that this one doesn't. Like there's nothing to it. It's beautiful. I love the lines. I like how the outer lines are darker and then these lines are a lighter gray. You have another lined shaded box over here. And like I said, these lines are really, really light. You can use this section over here for next week reminders. Remind yourself of tasks and projects, appointments, holidays over here, or whatever you want. Up here is your life balance activity. And they wrote that, everyone needs activities that refresh them, and write down something that you will do this week to do that. You have a monthly calendar up here, and I like that they highlighted in the week that this coincides with up here so you can see, where you are in the month. And it's totally out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of your planning. Up here you have a My Focus box, and that is for this week's focus or the number one goal for the week. And then you have a Keep in Mind box. This is for future appointments, reminders, or events that you want to start planning for. So I like that too. Over here, the lines are there if you'd like to break down your days into sections of work, personal, social. You can do whatever you want over here. I really like the freedom that this gives you. Let me pull open the horizontal so you can see what a weekly page looks like in here. So in the horizontal layout, you have the same My Focus, the same Keep in Mind, the same life balance activity, and the same little monthly corner. But the pages are quite different. So instead of having lined vertical spreads, you actually have this grid. And I think that this would be a really amazing way to track health goals. You could do each day like hours of sleep that you get and fill it in. Like you could do your watch rings and how far you got in each of them and kind of have it be like a graph. I think that would be so cool. But you can also use this to write in. You can like section off breakfast, lunch, dinner. So many ways to use this. So this grid allows you to break down your days into sections, and you can create trackers or planners for social media, meal plan, journal, track your health. So many ways to use that. I love it. Down here you have an open line section. This is perfect for weekly to-do lists or goals, affirmation, notes, anything that you want to have a little place to write, like a quote or something like that. This is for next week's reminders. So similar to what we had in the other one on the side where we had the long, they just don't have it labeled on the vertical, but they do have it labeled on the horizontal. So this is to remind yourself of tasks, projects, appointments, and holidays that are coming up. So I think this is a really interesting planner. I actually really like this horizontal because of the grid. I love writing on grids. I use grid notebooks for school, and I find it really nice to be able to line things up and get things straight. And I think this would be like, I'm really tempted to use this for health tracking because I think that would be perfect. After each week, you have a dot grid page. Now, these dots are so thin, much thinner than a normal dot grid, and they are so light. I love them because they're still very visible, so you can, use them to line stuff up, but totally you could like do art on this and it probably wouldn't be annoying. This paper is a really nice thickness too, so I think you could do some art in here and some drawings, but I wanted to see if I can show you the dot grid. I'm not sure if it's showing up or not, but I think it is just such a nice feature at the end of each week. So then we get to the daily pages. The daily pages are fabulous. I'm not a huge person. I don't really love shaded boxes, so I would have preferred to just have like maybe like this outlined rather than shaded in. I like this, or even just have just lines there that I could do what I want with, because shading, I don't know, shading sometimes bothers me a little bit, but these 3 or 4. These 4 shaded boxes do have that really light white line in it. They have a really bold date up here that has the day of the week and the full month. This little box here is intended for today's focus. So this is your priority number 1 task, word of affirmation, whatever you want to put there. You have an hourly timeline here that goes from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So you are getting the full day in here, and they're not marked AM or PM. So if you're a night shift nurse, you could use this for night shift and mark it off. That way you could start at 7 p.m. and go into the morning. But it's just so amazing, like how they have half-hour blocks in here, 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. That is awesome. This would be so great for time blocking. I love time blocking my day. It helps me out so much to kind of stay on task and get things done. This is today's priorities. So you can take the focus of the day and break it down into your top 3 priorities. This is your work tasks and personal tasks and daily habits. So I wish that they wouldn't have had these labeled. I would rather have just had like a box there to write in, or a line so that I could write, like if I'm not employed or something, maybe I want it to be like home things I need to do at home or something. I would prefer that these weren't labeled. But other than that, I really like it. These lines are quite thin. They are less, I would guess that these are less than 1/4 inch. Let me get a ruler. So Erin Condren lines are 1/4 inch. These are just under 1/4 inch. And let me look at these. And these are 1/4 inch. So this is actually thicker lines than this. I like thin lines. I like the way it looks, but if you have big handwriting, you might need to take up 2 lines for your lists. And if you have little handwriting, you might love this. Over here are daily habits that you need to get done. So you have 4 of those. And the great thing about this is they go back to the month at a glance up here, and there are 4 daily habits here. So you can keep track of them each day and then mark them off at the end of the month. You want to see how you did each day. You have an open dot grid section. So down here you can do anything your heart desires, but it'd be great for taking notes. You could draw down here. You can make grocery lists. You can track expenses, brain dump, meal plan. I mean, so many things for down here. These are called freedom boxes again, kind of like the monthly page. And you can use these for, so many things. I love that they call them freedom boxes because truly that's what they are. So you can use it for social media schedule or tracking. You can do meal planning over here, deadlines, reminders, quotes, stickers. Whatever you want, you can do it there. So this work task, this is the bigger space, and the personal task is smaller. So the work task, they say that this is a big space to write your work task because we know your work list is long. And then the personal tasks, these are things you need to do for yourself. So up here you have a daily habits section. This is where you can keep track of daily habits, tasks. They can become the same or different from your monthly habit tracker. Every Monday we'll start on the right side because you do have a notes section. So it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday have their own page. And then you have the week at a glance that starts. So your week at a glance comes, and then another notes section, and then it goes into the week. So it goes throughout that for your 3 months. It's such a nice book. So nice. And the paper feels just beautiful. It really, truly does. So at the end of the quarter, you will have this page that is the quarter end review. And you will take those 8 sections and you will rate yourself again. You'll look back on the month and see where you stood at the beginning and evaluate where you are now. And then you have an I'm grateful for section and things to celebrate, because there truly always is something to celebrate. You do a reflection at the end of the quarter. What went well? What didn't go according to plan? What did you totally crush this quarter? And what goals are you still working on? I sometimes have a problem with reflecting every week. Some planners want you to reflect weekly, and I don't always need that. But I love reflecting at the end of a month and at the end of a quarter. So I appreciate that they have this. The last section is your notes section. You have 10 pages here. It feels like a lot of pages, but really, really nice dot grid pages with that really light dot grid. And then you have it doesn't feel coated, but it's a really thick cardstock folder that feels like it would be really sturdy. You could draw on this or sticker it up or decorate it however you want to, because it's just plain white. And then that is the end. So this type of material that's on here feels really good, but you can tell I just got this out and I don't know if it's showing, but you can see fingerprints and smudges on here. They kind of like, it makes it look kind of greasy. And I guess I put lotion on earlier today, so maybe that's what's sticking on, but it definitely is showing fingerprints and things on here. I wish that it would show it up a little bit better on the screen. But I think they're beautiful. They'd be easy to wipe off if they did get those marks on them, because it does feel almost plasticky, and but really, really nice. I think this is a beautiful planner. I really like it a lot. I mean, I really just got it to review, and now I'm like, how can I use this? Like, I feel like I want to put it into my planner system. So let's do a pen test on the back pages. This dot grid will be perfect for pen testing because we'll be able to see through it if there is any sort of bleed through or anything. I have my big, huge box of black pens and we'll do some testing. So I want to use some of the common pens that people like. This is the Sarasa Dry. This is just like a heftier pen. So, and I am super heavy-handed. So there's the Sarasa Dry. I know a lot of people love the Energel Cleanse, so we'll try those. This is the Papermate Ink Joy Gel 0.7. This is a new pen I've been trying out. This is the Sharpie Roller 05. It is a needlepoint. Let's do the Erin Condren. Here's the EC fine tip, and then the thick side. I love this tool pen, and it is super juicy, so it sometimes shows through. This is a popular pen, the Sharpie S Gel. And the last pen we'll try is the Uniball Signo. I also brought over a mild liner marker. I tried to pick one of the darker colors, and then this red Zig Clean Color Dot. This one's notorious for me for bleeding through. So we'll take this mild liner and mark once, and then we'll do a double and we'll do a triple. And we'll do the same with the Clean Color Dot. So 1, a 2, and 3. I wanted to do just a couple of smearing tests. So here's the tool. And it smears just a touch. I don't know if you can tell. Not nearly as bad as some pages. And let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And no smearing. Okay, let's do the Sarasa Dry. I'm using my more inky pens. No smearing there. What's another one that sometimes smears? We'll do the Papermate. This is a 0.7. A little bit of smearing there. So Sarasa Dries work great. I also don't think a lot of us are like smearing our running our fingers across the writing that we just did, but if you are left-handed, I know that that can be a concern sometimes. Okay, as for the other side, there is no bleed through. You can see the dot that has 3, you can see that one, and there is some ridging, but like I said, I am very heavy-handed to where like my hand starts hurting after I write for a while. I need to learn to lighten up, but nothing. Like really, it's not very bad. Really great paper. That is really exciting. And like I said, this red one is my worst one for bleeding through. It is the one that, like, I always have problems with this bleeding through. So I'm very, very impressed that with the third dot, you can see a little bit. I mean, it's not even bleeding through. You can just see more of the shadowing. So very excited about this. I am very impressed by the AMPLIFY planners. I hope this review was helpful to you, and if you have been thinking about an AMPLIFY planner, I hope this helped you make your decision, and let me know if you use it, if you have any thoughts on this planner, if you've tried it before, and what your experience have been below. And I hope you all have an amazing day.